The week begins badly for Lola when Lexi comes down with a fever and she bursts into Phil's begging for help. She describes the symptoms to NHS Direct, who rush an ambulance around, but later she's relieved to find Lexi has gastroenteritis, not meningitis. Meanwhile, Phil's gutted when he learns that social services want Lola to have Lexi again. He's proud of the way she dealt with the crisis though, and tells her the good news. Ronnie Mitchell is out of jail, a revelation that sends Jack into a tailspin, and Sharon doesn't notice he's not himself as they build towards the wedding. Later he goes to throw away an unopened letter, but thinks again. Kat has also received a letter telling her about Ronnie's release, and she warns him that she doesn't want her anywhere near Tommy. When Roxy hears of her sister's release, she rushes around to Jack's, only to find him about to burn the letter. She tells him he'll always regret it if he does. Meanwhile, Kirsty's jubilant when she thinks she and Max have finally found a local flat, only to find Tanya's beaten her to it forever. Fed up with their bond, she gives Max some shock news. Next we drop in on Corrie. Carl's a devious sod and seems to have not only managed to get away with murder, but also get the girl when Stella invites him to stay at number 13. Jason narrowly misses them kissing, but does row with her about the amount of time she's spending with her ex. Is he about to get the heave-ho? Carl's alarmed when Sunita shows signs of coming round, but while Dev is out telling the twins the good news, she suddenly dies. Later, Stella makes a squirming Carl join her as she visits a grief-stricken Dev to offer their sympathies, and he manages to hide his guilt just when police drop in. Dev's horrified when they suggest Sunita's death may be suicide. Gary persuades Owen to give Tina more work at the builder's yard, although he's more wrapped up in her next scan, which reveals she's expecting a boy. But Tina returns to find her flat burgled. Gary fits a new lock, but Izzy insists he spends the night there to make sure she's okay. What's developing here then? And Tyrone rejects Kirsty when she apologises for the pain she's caused him. He quite rightly wants nothing to do with her as he makes plans with Fizz. Finally, we head to Yorkshire. The Dingles are worried Thomas takes after his father when he defies Zach and Jimmy to see Belle, an act that Jimmy says has earned him a one-way ticket back to Saudi. But the young lovers won't be kept apart when Thomas gives Jimmy the slip as he prepares to take him to the airport, and Belle escapes her family. Thomas feels compelled to take Belle with him when he makes off in Dan's van, and the Dingles are fearful that he'll hurt her. He's nothing like Carl though, and when Belle explains that this was the van Carl was in the night he died, he does an abrupt U-turn, saying they need to do the right thing. Jenny's upset with Brenda's insistence on using alternative therapies to fight a tumour, and Nikhil urges her to bring the wedding day forward just in case. Brenda thinks it's a ploy to force her into having the operation and feels humiliated by her daughter, but Jenny insists the wedding is on with or without her.